Right now at 5, bracing for battle, rockets blast bombard Ukraine's capital as residents flee or face more fierce fighting. Russia targeting a TV tower as it ramps up its siege of the city.
Дійсно, європейці. І тоді життя.
A tale of two nations. Speeches by both Ukraine and Russia bring European leaders to their feet. One to cheer in roaring applause, the other to jeer as dozens of diplomats walk out.
That will strongly recommend and not require indoor masking in most public indoor spaces.
Making sense of mask mandates. LA County finally ready to relax its confusing face covering policy when and where you no longer have to mask up.
We've put 14,000 extra people off the streets into shelter and housing this year alone.
Housing our homeless. KTLA goes exclusively one-on-one with LA Mayor Garcetti to explore the city's efforts to tackle the exploding crisis. Is your money making a difference? The news at 5 starts right now.
Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Pedro Rivera. Thank you for joining us. Two big stories tonight, the state of the union and the state of our world. Tonight, the war in Ukraine is escalating rapidly. This government building you see here in Ukraine's second largest city destroyed by a missile strike. One of many targets in civilian areas hit by Russians. Several civilians killed there.
Well, the same strike damaged a Holocaust memorial. Another targeted Kyiv's main TV tower as Vladimir Putin seeks to cut off Ukraine's capital from the rest of the world. The war and the state of our world taking center stage as President Biden prepares to deliver his first State of the Union address at the U.S. Capitol within the hour. These live pictures from our capital and Ukraine's this is first to let's go first now to KTLA's Lauren Lister. She is in our news center on the breaking developments in Ukraine. Lauren.
Yeah, Sharon, Pedro, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky today calling Russia's missile strike in the central square in its second largest city a war crime, accusing Russia of targeting civilians. According to the UN, 136 innocent people have been killed as fighting in some key areas intensifies.
Russia appearing to target civilian areas of Ukraine with more and more powerful weapons. According to Ukrainian officials in the capital Kyiv, at least 5 were killed in Russian strikes near a TV tower, which also hit a Holocaust memorial. Emergency crews here responding. A Russian missile appearing to strike at regional government headquarters in Kharkiv. At least 7 killed in the second largest city. Some of the damage documented shows areas devastated and new images of Ukrainians resisting. Civilians in one southern town seen literally pushing back against Russian military vehicles, even lying on the ground to block their path.
Yes! Yes!
And new video from day one of the war purports to show a Russian helicopter being shot down near Kyiv. While on the world stage,
За наші права.
Today, a tale of two leaders after Ukraine's president makes an emotional appeal to the European Parliament, urging the EU to stand by his country. A standing ovation. While during a video statement from Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov during a United Nations meeting, scores of diplomats walking out in protest of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And Zelensky from a secret location in the center of his nation's capital telling CNN with rockets still falling, peace talks with Russia have little hope.
And I really wanted, and I asked them, so you have to speak, first of all, everybody has to stop fighting.
So, Lauren, how is Russia defending itself for attacking civilian targets?
Well, before the attack we told you about in Kyiv today of the TV tower, the Russian military reportedly said it would carry out strikes against facilities there, warning civilians living in the areas to leave. And Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov today insisting that the Russian troops don't conduct any strikes against civilian infrastructure or residential areas. But those claims contradict abundant evidence documented by news organizations on the ground. They're finding indiscriminate shelling of homes, schools, and hospitals across Ukraine. For now, that's the latest live in the newsroom. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Lauren Lister, thank you. And of course,